Hi, my name is Dave Young from cryptovest.com, and this is a week in the markets, your 7-day roundup of what's going on with cryptocurrency prices for an investment of around 5 minutes. You can be ahead of the game, see what the levers are, see what's influencing the behaviors. If you want to be ahead of the game, you want to be subscribing to our YouTube channel. Now, this week we saw a really interesting week. We saw the Winklevoss twins shorting the market, not deliberately. We saw VeChain boosting themselves by 50% with an airdrop. We'll get down to the more interesting parts of what's been going on, but let's just take a look at the market cap, see the overall picture. So you see the week starting off really optimistic, coming in from the week before. Everyone's talking maybe a bull run, maybe not, and it's going boom, boom, boom. It's going up, then holding steady while everyone waits to see what happens with the Winklevoss. The Winklevoss twins, these guys, remember, Facebook suing, set up Gemini Exchange, made a fortune on Bitcoin. Now, they're looking to put an exchange-traded fund on the market to allow big institutional money come into the market within their risk policies without actually buying Bitcoins. Now, everyone was waiting within the week to see what happened with their new product. Then suddenly, midweek, SEC said no, and boom, you see it drop off the edge. So they accidentally short the market. As the market slows down, a lot of the money from altcoins started flowing back into Bitcoin. You see Bitcoin dominance over the last week or two going up by 4%, becoming stronger again. Now, the market hasn't slavishly followed this behavior, but a lot of the altcoins did suffer. So we come across to Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin, okay, it had that dip, but it's had money flowing back into it. So even with that, it's had a very good week. It's been up 10% roughly. Then we come to Ethereum. Ethereum following similar market pattern, but in far less scale. Quite a dead week overall when you look at it over the 7-day period. Almost no movement at all, hovering around the $464 mark. Ripple, well, it's Ripple. Not getting much of anything at the moment. The news always seems to be going to Stellar. They've had a dead week. You could have maybe taken the Ethereum graph, stuck it on the Ripple, put some different figures. And there they are with no movement at all, still hovering around the 45-cent mark. Bitcoin Cash doing a little bit better. They got around 3% and they're around $818 now. EOS, now all the eyes have been on EOS recently, mainnet launch, a lot of the problems with the RAM, pushing prices up, making it difficult to do the internal functions of the market, a lot of confidence dropping out at different points. Well, they've stabilized out in the last couple of weeks, and this week they announced a deal with Bitpanda so they can be brought directly across a large parts of Europe. It's quite good news for them. And they've also decided amongst the master node, the super reps, to flood more RAM into the internal system, stop price manipulating, upsetting the general stability of the system. Okay, didn't change the market price. They've had a good steady week, 1.5% growth, but I think they're going to be quite happy with that. Then we move on to Tron. Tron hitting the headlines last week, taking in BitTorrent, $120 million, taking it in, making it a super representative, getting it into the network, putting it to work. And this has had like 4.29% growth on the week. It's not fantastic, but if they can hang on to it, it's quite good news for them. Now, let's move on to who were the real big hitters, who were the big losers of the week. Then we come to Chainlink, the biggest winner of the week, getting almost 50% on their value, launching a new website within the last week, catapulting themselves into the top 100 at position 82 with that rise. Then we come to VeChain, always very interesting times for VeChain, recently getting ready to do its own main lot where they swap their tokens onto their own network. Now, first of all, when they announced this, when they started getting ready for it, prices started to drift. There was some talk about manipulation within the market. Everyone's kind of watching what's happening. Are they dropping the prices down so people will buy more to get master nodes? It's all quite confusing. Then they make a big announcement in the week that they're going to airdrop coins. So if you're holding VJ tokens at the time they go live onto their own network, you get free tokens. And it's boosted them up almost 50% across the week. Let's see what happens after the launch. Holochain, a cloud-based computing platform, getting a massive boost this week as they got listed on the Chinese crypto exchange Binance, leaping up 70% at one point, getting almost 30% gain over the week. There was a great piece this week in CryptoVest by our Christine Masters on bots tracking new coins, artificially pushing prices on the market and the effect it does have. Mithril getting a big boost this week with the announcement of a partnership with social media giant Lit, took them up 29% across the week. Buybox, the exchange coin, controversial coin, getting a lift of almost a quarter across the week. And interestingly, these guys were listed in one of the articles in CryptoVest recently, where people were talking about new exchanges and accusation of fake volumes. Now, let's get across to see who were the biggest losers of the week, who's been taking a beating. And the biggest loser in the top 100 was Bitcoin Diamond again, the con man's coin, the favorite pump and dump on the second half of a dump. Everyone obviously thinking they're clever enough to be able to rush in with the pumping and get out fast enough, but probably a lot of fools getting burnt, one for everyone else to avoid. Then second, we have Populous. If you look back over the last few months, generally slipping down, losing 15% this week, fluctuating in between. Then we have Power Ledger, overall doing quite well, being named Ernst & Young's Western Region's FinTech Entrepreneur of the Year, but still managing to slide across that 7-day period by 15%. I'm Dave Young from CryptoVest.com. This was a week in the markets. If you want to stay ahead of the game, you want to be first with the news, with what's going on, you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay current, stay valid, stay tuned, stay alert. Till next time.